Hello everyone, hope you all had a great Monday. As for me, it was not too bad. But still, no NBC on TV due to the ongoing fight that they are having with Time Warner, so that means no Chuck tonight. Unless, of course, I watch it on the internet, which I might do because one of my few favorite TV programs. It's kind of goofy, but interesting show. I enjoy it. But it is Monday, which means Spooky Places Monday. And I've been busy this weekend, but still found a few locations that may be of interest. The first stop is Topeka, Kansas. The albino woman. The albino woman is often seen walking through the cemetery wearing long white dresses. Sometimes she tends graves. Mostly, however, she frightens those who venture into the cemetery after dark. Interesting. And the next stop, the Stockholm Cemetery in Lytton Township, Ohio. So why would the cemetery be such a popular place for kids to hang out? Well, first of all, it's in a very desolate location. And there's also the ghost stories. The legend has it that a woman named Mary Stockham haunts the cemetery and woods around it. Supposedly her second husband killed her mentally challenged daughter, but that didn't make her angry. What did make her angry was the town hanging her husband for the crime. She was so upset that she started to poison her remaining children, one by one. After the fifth child died, the town fathers charged her with murder and had her burned as a witch. They buried her in the cemetery with the rest of her family. However, shortly after she was burned at the stake, a sixth child died. They dug up Mary's body and cut off her head, and they buried it at an unknown location outside of the cemetery. No more of her children died after that. Today, Mary Stockholm's ghost is sometimes seen wandering around the cemetery, searching for her head and her remaining children. There have been numerous reports of her asking people to follow her into the woods. Many people have also experienced strange car problems there, which is kind of weird because, for one, if they burned people at the stake for witchcraft, they wouldn't bury them on holy ground because they just don't do that. Partly one of the things I find weird about this story. Second, how can a headless ghost ask you to follow them into the woods? Good question. And maybe you want to go out there and find Mary Stockholm and ask her how she talks with no head. Well, the last stop for this week is the Old Egypt Cemetery, better known as the Haunted Circle Cemetery in Heidelberg, Ohio. Legend has it that a truck driver fell asleep at the wheel and crashed into this graveyard. He lost his arm in the accident and it was never found. Today, people claim to see his arm roaming the cemetery. You can also supposedly hear the fingernails clicking on the gravestones. There are also stories about devil dogs that guard the cemetery. Now that would be pretty weird, walking around the cemetery at night and an arm floating around, clicking on the tombstones. No body, just an arm. At least it doesn't talk. Well, that's it for this week, my friends. Yes, bit short, but I was in a hurry. And next week I'll be a little bit better, a little bit longer, some more spooky places that you may want to visit. Until then, may you all have a spooky night.